at your own pace. Think about as you breathe in and as you breathe out, just letting go of any tension that you feel, any place in the body. So maybe you're noticing tension around the neck or the trunk. Maybe you're noticing stiffness or tightness in your jaw or your face muscles. So just doing your best to let those things go as you breathe out. And as you continue to breathe deeply, go ahead and set an intention or a dedication for your practice today. So just kind of think about what would be helpful or what would give your yoga practice more meaning for you, and bring that intention into your heart. Breathing into that intention, and then when you're ready, we'll take one more cleansing breath. So inhaling through the nose, and we'll take a big heavy sigh through the mouth. And we'll do that one more time. Inhaling through the nose, big heavy sigh through the mouth. And then when you're ready, I invite you to come into seated mountain pose. So when we come into seated mountain pose, we're gonna let our elbows be straight. We're gonna turn our palms to face forward, spread the fingers nice and wide, and think about opening across the chest and shoulders. So a lot of yoga is about posture and alignment, right? Which we can all kind of benefit from. So we're gonna think about pulling our head straight back over the rest of our spine, maybe tucking our chin a little bit. And then we're just gonna start with connecting to the ground. So I want you to just maybe lift your toes and then lift your heels a few times. Just do whatever feels good for your body. Keeping that upright position as you're sitting. So right now your back is away from the backrest. You're using your trunk muscles to actively sit. Okay? Yep, just like this. Okay? And then from this position, I want you to go ahead and take your hands and hold on to the bottom of your chair. And then sit up a little bit straighter. So if you find yourself doing this, where you're slouched and holding the chair, I want you to hold the chair and root down and lift the top of your head up. So you're getting as long as you can through your spine. Good. Go ahead and start to turn and look to the right as far as you feel comfortable. Come back to center. Turn and look to the left. Come back to center. Turn and look to the right. Come back to center. Turn and look to the left. Come back to center. Keep holding the bottom of the chair. Sit up nice and tall again. So lift the top of the head up. Chin to your chest. Hold and breathe. So 2 nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Do it again. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Bring your head back. Look straight ahead. And then lift your chin up towards the ceiling, if you can do that without feeling dizzy or lightheaded. And same thing, breathe in and out 2 times. Relax your face, relax your jaw. And then look straight ahead, sitting up as tall as you can. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Good. And this time I want you to take your left hand and kind of reach your fingers down for the floor this time. Good. Take that left hand and bring it back underneath the chair and slowly bring your head back up to center. Sit up straight again. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Extend your right arm out like you're reaching for the floor. So when you do that, you should feel more of a stretch along the side of the neck. Keep breathing. Good. Grab a hold of the bottom of the chair again. Come back to center slowly. Sit up straight. We're going to do it one more time. So right ear, right shoulder. Holding the bottom of the chair this time. This time I want you to tip your chin down. So like you're looking towards the floor. And then tip your chin up like you're looking up towards the ceiling. And when you do that, you want to try to keep your right ear towards the right shoulder as you look down and then as you look up, because that's going to change where you feel the stretch in your neck. And then coming back to center, taking a nice deep breath in, once again sitting tall, still holding onto the bottom of your chair. We'll drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Keeping that side stretch, we'll let the chin drop down like you're gazing at the floor. And then tip the chin up like you're looking up towards the ceiling. And then do that one more time, gazing down towards the floor. And then gazing up towards the ceiling. And then slowly bringing your head back to a neutral position. Release your hands from the bottom of the chair. Sit all the way forward towards the edge of your chair. We're going to come into seated cow pose. So we're going to do seated cat and cow, cycling through those poses. So when you do seated cow, you're going to sit up as straight as you can. Open your heart, lift your chin. As you exhale, you're going to round your back and move into seated cat. So that's going to stretch out between the shoulder blades and the whole backside. Inhale, sit tall. Seated cow, lift your chin, open the chest. So what I want you to do here, think about pulling your shoulder blades together. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Good, we're going to keep moving and cycling through. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Lift the chin up. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Good, inhale, we're gonna pause here, seated cow. Think about pulling your shoulder blades towards your spine, stretching the chest and the front of the neck. And then on your next exhale, let your back round. Think about really pressing your arms forward, pulling your belly in and separating your shoulder blades. So you're feeling a little stretch out through the middle part of the back. Good, one more time on your inhale, sit tall, seated cow, open the chest, keep the arms low, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Good, this time I want you to keep your hands like they are, so kind of almost interlaced or one on top of the other. Take a deep breath in, hands in that same position, sweep up. So sit tall. Good, and then as you exhale, round your back, chin to your chest. So what I want you to think about here is keeping the neck long, so not shrugging the shoulders up towards the ears. Inhale, sit tall, sweep up. So you're kind of using your arms for leverage, right, to get that spine nice and straight. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Good, one more time. Inhale, sit nice and tall, seated cow. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Now I want you to come back to that seated mountain pose. So palms are forward, chest is open. So whenever we're in mountain, we're going to think about our neck. So the space between our earlobes and the tops of our shoulders is going to be nice and long, okay? And what that's going to do is it's going to help us release tension from the tops of the shoulders. So the reason why we get a lot of tension here is because we spend a lot of time in cruddy posture, right? So we might be like this. We might hold a lot of tension there, so we might raise our shoulders up. So we're going to focus on really dropping the shoulders down. So I'm going to have you try that a few times. So you're going to inhale and send the shoulders up towards your ears. So that creates tension, right? Then as you exhale, I want you to send them way down and really kind of lengthen your neck. Good. Do that two more times. So inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Big exhale, let all the tension out. Good, one more time. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Big exhale, release the arms down. Good, coming back into that seated mountain pose. So your neck is long. Your palms are forward. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Feet are on the floor. we're gonna move into a half sun salutation. So on your inhale, you stay where you are. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me a little better. So on your inhale, you're gonna sweep your arms up. If it works for you, I want you to take a little back bend. As you exhale, bring the hands to heart center and then bend forward, letting your back round. Do you have to go all the way to the floor? No. Breathe in, lift up halfway. Pull your shoulder blades together, belly in, back is flat. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, press your feet into the floor, take your time, come all the way up. Raise your arms up over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're doing our best to put movement and breath together. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up, little back bend. Exhale, hands through heart center, bend forward. Let your back round. Inhale, lift up halfway to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Press into your feet, take your time, come all the way up, raise your arms up over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, again, inhale, reach up, take a little back bend. Exhale, forward bend, let your back round. Inhale, lift up to a flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, press into your feet, come all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, we're gonna activate through the feet and ankles a little bit more this time through. So we're gonna do the same half sun salutation, but we're gonna try to lift our heels up through the whole thing, okay? So try to lift your heels up. So you're gonna float your heels, so you're up on the balls of your feet, okay? Keep them up. If you need to take a break, you can. Inhale, reach up, little back bend. Exhale, forward bend. Let your back round. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press into your feet, into the balls of your feet. Come all the way up. Raise your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let your heels come down. Good. I want you to do a few things with your toes. Now I want you to just kind of rock back and forth, heels to toes. So if you had your heels up most of that time, you're probably noticing a little bit of activation around the ankles. This time we're going to lift toes up. Okay? So I don't care how far you can lift up your toes. I just want you to try lifting up. So you're flexing at the ankle, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, sweep your arms up, take a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Try to keep those toes lifted. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take a break if you need to on the ankles. Press into your heels. Come all the way up. Raise your arms up over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Toes down. Good. Toe heel rock a few times, kind of loosening up the ankles. Good. I want you to go ahead and step your legs out nice and wide. So toes are turned out, knees are turned out, and sit right towards the edge of your chair in your best posture. Sit up as tall as you can. So I want the top of your head up towards the ceiling, your tailbone towards the floor. Good, deep breath in. I want you to send your arms straight towards me. As you exhale, open your chest, pull your shoulder blades together, look up. Good, breathe in, exhale, hands to heart. Good, again, inhale, reach forward, exhale, shoulder blades together. Breathe in, exhale, hands to heart. Good, one more time. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, shoulder blades together. Lift your chin. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, take a nice deep breath in. Come into that T shape with your arms. I want to see elbows wide and palms towards me, and really try to activate through your hands. So you're going to try opening your hands nice and wide, because we're not forgetting that the hands are also part of our body, right? Take a nice deep breath in. You're going to turn your chest and your arms like a windmill to the right. Good. Come back to center. Nice big T shape. Arms wide. Go the other way. Good. Come back to center. Breathe in. Exhale. Turn to the right. Look where you're turning. Good. Inhale. Come back to center. Exhale, turn to the left. Keep sitting tall. Inhale, come back to center. Good, sit up as tall as you can. Exhale, turn to the right. And then I want you to either hold onto your chair in the back or keep reaching back with that back arm. Your left arm, the one that's straight towards me, put it on the outside of your right leg. And then you're either going to look to the right, or you're going to try to look back at your backhand. And we're going to hold it there. So inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, think about turning and looking behind you. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall, lengthening your spine. Exhale, think about twisting from the lowest part of your belly. And whenever we're doing turns, we're not moving into pain or discomfort, right? We're just moving as far as we can. Good, one more breath in. As you exhale, release back to center. Good, let's do a few shoulder rolls back. Kind of give the shoulders a break, and then we'll go the other way. So once again, we're lifting the shoulders up, we're letting them come down. You can do this as fast or as slow as feels comfortable to you, but the goal is to kind of loosen up around the lower neck and the shoulder area. And then switch directions. So raise the shoulders up and send them forward. Good. Keeping those legs nice and wide. One more time, nice big posture. Top of the head lifts up. Pull your head straight back. Good. Arms out to that big T shape. Toes out, knees out. Everything's out to the side. Sitting up as tall as you can. Big wide hands. As you exhale, twist to the left. Chest to the left, arms to the left. So now your big palms should be facing that left wall. Take your right hand, the one that's straight out towards me, and set it on the outside or any part of that left leg. And then see if you can look back at your backhand. Very good rotation, my friends. Keep sitting up as tall as you can. So remember, you're sitting up tall. Each time you breathe in, think about reaching the top of your head up towards the sky. And as you exhale, you're thinking about twisting a little bit further if it's available to you. Good. One more breath in. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. We're going to keep our legs nice and wide. We're going to bring our left forearm onto our left thigh. So we're kind of hanging out onto our left hip. Good. Come back to center. Sit up straight and go the other way. Forearm to your thigh. So what I want you to focus on when we do this, come back to center. I want you to think about weighting the hip that you're leaning towards. So if I'm leaning onto my left leg, I have most of my weight on my left hip. Good. I want you to straighten your other leg. So straighten that knee nice and tall. So you're hanging out, you're leaning over on that left thigh. Your chest is up though. So you're not collapsing. You should be able to look straight at me. Take your right arm and reach up. Big hand. Good. Look up at your hand. Good. Look down towards the floor. Look up at your hand. Look down towards the floor. Good. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly come up. Step that leg in. Nice and big, toes out, knees out. Big posture. You're going to take your right arm, set it on your right thigh. You're going to straighten your left leg. Straighten it out. So knee is out, your toes can be just facing forward. I don't really care what this foot is doing for now. Good. You should feel most of your weight over on your right hip. Breathe in. I want you to reach your arm all the way up towards the ceiling. So notice what's happening with my hand. It's nice and wide. It's not collapsing. So I'm doing my best to really reach up over my head. And then I'm going to look at my hand. And then I'm going to look down. And then I'm going to look up. Again, just kind of mobilizing the neck. Just moving as far as you feel comfortable, right? No comparison, no judgments. Look down towards the floor. Good. Slowly bring your body all the way back up. Step that foot in. This time we're going to do a similar position with shifting to our hip, but we're going to turn our left toes to face the left. Okay, so now I want you to try to really turn your foot out to the side. So if it was part way, try to make it go all the way that way along with your knee. We're going to lean over on that leg again. Good, and then we're going to straighten out our right leg. So you should feel a stretch. I want you to almost think about pushing the front of your hip forward. So you're feeling a little bit of a stretch here, but it should feel good. Now we're going to take our right arm and reach it up and over our ear so we get a big side stretch. And then I want you to see if you can just take your bottom arm and see if you can kind of reach for your foot. So it's going to be harder, right? Because you're weighting that arm. So see if you can reach it down. That's going to make your trunk do more work. So if you can't do that, that's okay, but try not to put as much weight on that arm so you can make your body do a little bit more work. Good, you're going to take that top arm, deep breath in, big arm sweep, move slowly. Palms are going to face the floor, nice big T shape, warrior two. So remember in warrior two, neck is long, okay, ear to shoulders. Let them go down. So if you feel like you're doing this while you hold your arms up, breathe out and drop your shoulders down, but reach through your hands. Okay? Turn and look over your left hand. Tummy in, relax your face, breathe in and out. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Let those arms relax down. Slowly turn your shoulders and your hips back to center. Still keeping our feet out nice and wide, but step those feet in and just kind of butterfly the legs in and out. So loosen up through the hips a little bit. So you should feel some activation around your hips because you were using your legs, you were using your arms. Okay? Grab some water if you need it. We're going to do the same couple of poses on side two. So we're going to take our wide leg stance again, right towards the edge of our chair. This time we're going to turn our right toes to the right wall. So our knee is going to track about over our ankle, toes are facing that side wall. And then we're going to take our forearm down to our thigh. So when we take our forearm down to our thigh, we're not collapsing. We're trying to be light on that bottom arm. Good, and then go ahead and straighten your left knee. So your left leg is straight, your toes are pointing forward. You're doing what I'm doing. Good, and then reach that top arm up and over by your ear. So you want to think about reaching from your fingertips all the way down to that left foot. Good. And look down maybe towards the floor. And look up towards the ceiling, and then find a place where it feels good for your neck. Notice how much weight you have on that bottom arm that's on your on your thigh, and see if maybe you can reach that leg or that hand down towards your leg or your ankle. So you're kind of letting your body, your trunk, do a little bit more work. Good. Keep breathing. Nice deep breath in, bring your trunk all the way back up. Arms are going to come out to shoulder height, palms down, neck long. Turn and look over that right hand and hold it. Warrior two. And when you're in warrior two, breathe. Tummy is tight. Once again, neck is long, so we're trying not to hold any tension in the neck. Continuing to pause and breathe. Good, and then as you exhale, slowly release your arms down. Go ahead and toe heel or move your legs back into center. So we can have our legs a little bit wider, maybe just about shoulder width apart. Take a nice deep breath, and I want you to walk your hands back on your chair and turn your fingertips to face away from your body, okay? So I'm going to turn my fingertips, instead of them pointing towards my bottom, I'm going to turn them away. I want you to try to straighten your elbows. So you're going to straighten your elbows, lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades together, and then lift your chin up. So you should start to feel a stretch across your chest and shoulders, and maybe even right through here, kind of that bicep muscle. Nice job, you guys. This is a good seated heart opener. So lifting the chin up, kind of pressing the chest forward, feeling some activation between the shoulder blades. And you can lift your chin up a little bit if that feels good. Continuing to breathe. Good, and then as you exhale, slowly come out of it. This time I want you to bend forward. So you're gonna let your back round and bring your forearms to your thighs, and just let there be a release across your low back. Breathe in and out. So 3 nice, slow, long, deep breaths, letting go of any tension in the back. Pause and breathe. Good. Walk your hands up your legs. This time we're going to do more of a passive heart opener. So you're going to shift your hips forward if they're not already, and let your body relax back over the chair. So kind of a reclined position, right? We're just going to pause and breathe, and I want you to think about opening the chest and shoulders. So coming out of that rounded shoulder posture. Couple of nice deep breaths here, and then we're going to come to standing for a few poses. So hold here where you are. Think about your body lengthening across the chest and shoulders. And then when you're ready, slowly come out of it. If you're feeling good and would like to come to standing today for a few poses, go ahead and come to your feet. If you prefer to stay sitting, that's fine too. So if you're going to come to standing, go ahead and come to standing with the chair. We'll bring the chair in front of us today. I might scoot mine to the side just so you guys can see me a little bit more, but kind of do what works for you. Yeah, it's always good to come to standing, right? So as you first come to standing, I want you to pedal out your feet a little bit. So when I say pedal out the feet, I mean shift your weight side to side. You don't have to march, okay, because that's going to be a little bit more unstable, but just lift a heel up. So lift one heel, then lift the other heel. So you're sort of getting some blood flow up to the noggin, getting on your feet, seeing how you feel. And then we'll come into mountain pose first. So palms forward, you can do this sitting or standing, remember. And then as you inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. And if you'd like, place one hand on your chair. You can try lifting your heels up. Okay, you can do this sitting too. So try lifting your heels. It's going to be a little bit of balancing, right? So you got to check how you're feeling. Good. And then as you exhale, heels down, hands to heart center. Okay, again, inhale, sweep your arms up. Good, one arm to the chair. Exhale, hold, tummy in. Inhale, float your heels. Tummy in. Exhale, heels down, hands to heart. Good, one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arm to the chair if you'd like. If you don't need the chair, both arms are up. Inhale, float your heels. Pause, breathe, a little bit of balancing. Exhale, heels down, hands to heart center. Good, awesome, nice job. And then let's go ahead and release our arms. We're gonna take that chair right in front of us and then take a wide stance. Take a big wide stance. So if you're sitting, you're just gonna take your legs out nice and wide, just like we did, okay? We're gonna turn our right toes to the right wall again. Right? So right toes to the right wall, but notice what the rest of my body is doing. Shoulders are over my hips, facing this way. So I just turn my toes to the right, okay? I want you to bend and straighten into your right knee a few times. So you're gonna bend your knee, straighten it, kind of warming up that knee a little bit. If you're sitting, you're just gonna shift your weight over there and come back to center, okay? If you're sitting, you're shifting your weight. Just getting a little blood flow there to that knee. And then when you feel ready, I want you to bend that knee over your ankle and hold it there, using your chair for balance. And just think about feeling your leg muscle work a little bit. Good, and then one arm up to shoulder height if you want. Look over that hand, so we're looking over maybe to the right. Warrior two. Once again, don't hug your shoulders up to your ears, okay? And if you're sitting, sorry my friends, if you're sitting, go ahead and straighten that other leg. So you want to straighten your left leg. Good. Your right palm is going to turn up to face the ceiling. You're going to straighten your right knee and sweep that arm back. So you find a side stretch right here. This is called reverse triangle. Breathing is always important, right? You gotta breathe. Good. And then as you exhale, release that arm down, turn your right toes to face forward again, so you still have that wide stance or base of support. If you're sitting, bring those legs back in. Take a nice deep breath in, come out to that big T shape. Spread your fingers nice and wide, pop your chest out, lift your chin. And then as you exhale, I want you to bend forward onto your chair back or hands to your legs. Let your back round a little bit. So if you have more flexibility, you can walk down your chair a little bit more. Feel a little stretch through your low back, maybe the back of the thighs. If you don't, then you're just gonna stay up tall in the chair back. So it's kind of about, right, adjusting the pose to fit your body. Finding a little bit of a challenge, but also kind of making it work for you. So in this position, if you tend to get lightheaded, you're going to keep your head above your heart or in line with your heart. If that's not an issue for you, then you can lower down further if you have that motion. Try not to hold your breath, so continuing to breathe. Yeah, use that chair for support. If you're standing, use the chair for support. Yeah, really nice job. Yep. Okay, slowly come up. And we're gonna do those same couple of standing poses on the second side. So if you're standing, you're once again gonna take your legs out wide. Same thing if you're sitting. Everybody's gonna turn their left toes to the left wall. Okay, if you're sitting, you're gonna straighten that right leg out. And then we're just going to start to bend and straighten into that left knee. So the key here is we want to kind of get some blood flow into the hip, into the knee, right? Before we do a sustained posture. So we're kind of bending and straightening and seeing how that feels today. And then we're going to take our knee over our ankle and we're going to hold it there. We're going to pull our tummy muscles in. So notice right now, hips and shoulders are facing your, so if you have your chair back in front, hips and shoulders are facing your chair back. Good, and then you can reach your left arm up. Look over that left arm, warrior two. Relax your face, relax the tops of the shoulders. If you want to bring both arms up to shoulder height, you certainly can. Try to keep that knee close to being over your ankle on that left leg. Good. Turn your left palm up. So you're going to flip your hand position, straighten that left knee, and sweep your arm back. So like a little side stretch. Good. Pause and breathe. Yep. So you're looking for a stretch through the side of your trunk. Good. Slowly release that arm down. Toe heel your feet back in. So no matter where you are, kind of toe heel your feet back in. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. Sweep your arms up. If you'd like, tighten up your butt muscles. So tighten up your glutes. Little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. One more time. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. If you're standing, go ahead and walk around and take a seat in your chair. This is a great time to grab some water. And sit right towards the edge of your chair again. Good. And your feet are going to be about hips distance apart. I want you to go ahead and pull your right knee in towards your body. Okay, so if pulling your right knee in makes you lean back against your chair, that's okay. Just getting a little motion through the hip. And then can you use your hands to kind of help make a big circle with your leg? Yep. And then can you set your right leg on top of your left leg? And just kind of let that knee and hip relax out to the side. Good. Point and flex your foot on that top leg. So most of you probably feel a stretch already without even like bringing your trunk forward at all. So if you do, that's fine. You can just stay there. If you want to hinge forward a little bit more to feel more of a stretch in your glute and outer hip, you can. And just a little bit of movement in that top ankle and foot. Good. Slowly come out of it.